Well, folks, I am back after a long. Oh my god, my watch is going crazy. Um, After a long hiatus, I am back. So, um, I'm gonna spend 5 seconds explaining where I've been. School has kept me dead busy. I've not been able to make a video. I said I'd upload consistently, and then I disappeared for a week. So here I am. I'm back. I'm making a weird, different video, but it's fun. I hope you enjoy. If you do, like and subscribe. It helps me out a bunch. So anyway, let's slow down a bit first of all, because I'm going way too quick, and that's a shock in a different pace. But I'm just trying to get loads of information in real quick. Anyway, so we're gonna start with him at a young age. So let's go as a kid. So as a kid, he still idolized All Might quite a bit, quite a lot. But he didn't have a quirk. He was quirkless, as you know. What I am changing in this is he's quote unquote a late bloomer. This is directly to do with his quirk, and it's got nothing to do with like quirks itself. So like, not everyone's a late bloomer. I'm not adding that to a series. This is like directly to do with his quirk, and basically it's because of his innate power within him. I'm sounding really posh when honestly, do I need to? Um, I'm from the north, not the south. That's no fun. That's no fun. Let's get back on. Let's get back on track. Anyway, so yeah. So his innate power actually caused his quirk to be delayed until he leaves middle school, and the thing that triggers it is the pressure to do the UA exam. So anyway, first of all, I'm gonna explain what his quirk is. It's kind of like a double layered quirk, if that makes sense. So the first part of it is what I'm gonna call flash step. Flash step is where he can move real quick for literally a 1 second period of time. So this could be used to dash next to the enemy. By move real quick, I mean literally no one can hit him whilst he's using flash step. This 1 second does increase to more after a lot of training, but it is nowhere near a permanent form. And he can't also attack in flash step, but you can use the momentum from flash step to attack. But as soon as he attacks using flash step, he can't reuse flash step, and he can only use flash step. There's a 10 second cooldown between each flash step. This of course decreases as he gets well, more advanced with his quirk. His other ability is called manipulation. This is kind of different, but what he can do to weak-willed people, he can kind of manipulate what they do. So let's say it's Mineta, he could actually turn off his quirk. He's got that much power. But let's say Mineta sees a hot girl. Yeah, I know. Then he won't be able to manipulate him because it's only weak-willed people. So, for example, All Might he could manipulate All Might when he's like, oh my god, I don't think I can defeat him. But he won't be able to manipulate All Might when basically when he's like, oh, I'm the symbol of peace. And his final one is super durability and strength. The super durability is quite like high. He can take a punch from All Might, but his super strength is like not that powerful. But it does tie into the manipulation quirk, and then it uses the ability of willpower. So the amount of willpower, or in this case anger, Deku's feeling directly correlates with his strength. So for example, let's say he really wanted to kill somebody, he would conjure up the strength to kill somebody and stuff like that. But anyway, so first of all, we're just gonna quickly describe how he actually became a villain, because it's alright saying, "Oh, Deku is evil," but what I am going to change in this one is Deku's a lot more like swishy swashy when it comes to his emotions. So like he can change stuff real quickly. So no, I'm just gonna keep Deku the same. Sorry, let's just ignore everything I just said, other than the explaining the quirk part. I've no clue what I'm on about. Anyway, what we're gonna start off as Deku's a kid. He got told he was quirkless. This absolutely destroyed him, and rather than him getting sad, he got pissed off that the world was cheating him. This is a little minor change. I'm just going to make changes like this to basically make his villain stuff a bit more, bit more probable, really. So, anyway, he's just mad, and he's just mad and angry at the world, but then All Might kind of sends him onto the right path at being his hero, but if All Might wasn't there, he would become basically anger-filled child that he's even given up on in the world. And then anyway, so we're flashing back to middle school. He's bullied a lot more, and this bullying has really got to him. He's no longer protecting other people, and now only protecting himself. And one time it got too far, to the point where Deku's hands were scarred, but due to Bakugo being as powerful as he is, the school kind of brushed it underneath the rug. This kind of fits the world of My Hero, because as we found out recently, especially recently, that the world is really messed up, and it's not quite normal. So this, I feel like we could get away with this. This only fuels Deku's anger, because he feels like not only there's a world against him, because the world against him, he's weak and powerless, and there's no way he can get strong. He's just in the 20% of nobodies, the 20% of I don't matter. So he's just really cheesed off. That is when he actually bumps into the slime monster, and rather than trying to fight back and like anything, he kind of just accepts his death, and that is actually when his manipulation quirk comes in, and he's knocked out by the slime monster. His manipulation, flash step, and strength and durability come in, which means he isn't killed, even though he's basically suffocated for longer than he usually was, which would kill a normal person. That is when All Might comes and saves him, and Deku wakes up again. Deku wakes up and decides to grab onto All Might's leg, this time not asking for an autograph. So Deku and All Might are launched up into the air, and All Might tries to push off Deku. Anyway, that is when All Might comes here. All Might lands, and he's like, "Kid, what were you doing?" And the kid was like, I need to ask you a few questions." And Deku, of course, asked him, "Can I become a hero?" This is where I'm going to change what All Might says. All Might basically says, "You're quirkless. You're going to die. I'm going to die even though I have a quirk. You're going to die and you don't even have a quirk. There's no point becoming a hero. In fact, you're going to struggle to become a policeman, especially the way you act." Anyway, I must be going. And this is completely out of character for All Might, but what happened is he was actually affected by the manipulation. Unknowingly, Deku's opposite willpower affected All Might and made him a lot more negative towards Deku, causing Deku to get even more. This is just distraught now. It's not even pissed off, it's just distraught. And then that distraught turns into anger when he is let down, and he's going down an alleyway, and he bumps into somebody in a hooded outfit that looked like to have skin that was peeling off his hand, and all he could see about his face was his crusty and cut up lips, which looked to have a hand over it. And this was also accompanied by a completely purple void in a suit. Deku asks him, what are you doing here? Just kill me if you're a villain, or just leave me alone. And then that's when Tomura goes, you have the power. I don't know why I gave him such an evil voice and such a whispery voice, but we'll go with it. You have the power, Deku. And then that's when Deku goes, I'm worthless. There's no point. I have no powers. Not even my idol can believe in me. Why should I even be here? That's when Tomura goes, wait, Shigaraki, sorry. That's, oh, no. That's when the mysterious Shigaraki goes, you have the power within you. Trust me, I know. Then Deku asks, oh yeah, I have the power, what is it? The power to be quirkless. And Tomura responds, you have 3 quirks. Anyway, I'm here to ask you a question. Society has beat you up, chewed you up, thrown you to the curb and left you there to die. Why would you ever want to save it, when instead you can destroy it and build it from the ground up? Oh my god, sorry about the Tomura voice. Sorry about the Shigaraki voice, I just wanted to add into the video, it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to do. Anyway, you can rebuild society from the ground up if you join me and if you join us, we can build society from the ground up. Deku stutters and then says, wait, join you? Tomura then explains, we are building a team to go against society, a team to destroy society that is broken. We are here to destroy the so-called heroes. You know, All Might. He abandoned me too, but I'm not like that. I won't abandon you if you just join me. That's when Tomura holds out his hand, but only 4 fingers of it, because of course 5 fingers are decaying. Deku hesitantly thinks about his situation. That's when his what was sadness turns into anger, and anger turns into spite of the villains. He grabs Tomura's hands as Tomura he grabs Todoroki's hand, and Todoroki, did I just say? Well, guys, I've just made a mess of this. Grabs Shigaraki's hand as Shigaraki pulls him up, and the portal guy creates a portal, and he says, come with me. That is when they get transported into a bar. Then a mysterious man on the TV screen starts talking through. I just did Darth Vader, we'll go with it. Anyway. Hello, Deku. I'm so sorry my voice for this is going to be so bad. You have more power than you think. You're going to be a key part of the plan, but first of all, we must train you up. Shigaraki then goes, wait, you're going to use one of them on him? And then that's when One for All goes, yes, I'm going to train him up all the way. Meet me at the warehouse. My servant being the weird purple void guy, the person Deku hasn't really learnt the name of or who he is yet. My servant will take you there. Deku is then hesitantly wondering why Shigaraki reacted so much to this training, but nevertheless, he waits for the void guy to open a portal, and that's when he opens a portal, and Deku steps through it. He then he's then thrown into a pitch black room as lights slowly start to turn on from front to back of the room. As the lights fully turn on, he realizes he is in a concrete room that is a quite bigly sized. Like, he compares it to the size of a swimming pool, or no, he compares it to the size of a warehouse for a spa, let's say, a warehouse for a corner shop. So anyway, that is a warehouse for a corner shop. Sorry, he compares it to the size of a Tesco. Yeah, he compares it to a size of a grocery store. There we go. We'll go with that one. I am so sorry for how shambles this is right now. I am going to remind you to like and subscribe real quick. Sorry to do this mid-video. So he compares it to the size of like a Tesco or a grocery store in America, like a Walmart. So he realizes that there is a tall, mutated-looking creature. This tall, mutated-looking creature is, of course, a Nomu. That is when the man that was on the TV screen then appears. He says to Deku, "This is very special. I don't usually meet my subordinates in, well, real life, but you have some untapped power. I know this from my quirk sense." This quirk sense basically tells him the hidden abilities of the quirk. So what quirk he has. It doesn't tell him, like, let's say, if his quirk evolves, it doesn't tell him that, but it tells him what quirks he has, even if he doesn't know he has them. So anyway, that's when that is when One For All says, "You better run," and the Nomu wakes up and starts to charge at Deku. What Deku doesn't know yet is that the Nomu is at he's at a minimalistic power that Deku could easily defeat if he activated his quirk. But it looks like he's at the power he usually would be in the anime, other than his speed is slowed down. So the Nomu charges at Deku. Deku then panics and goes to run away. That is when he feels like kind of a spark in his feet. So he kicks the ground, getting ready to run away, and realizes that the whole world kind of slows down as he runs forward, and kind of dashes, and his feet start to move a bit quicker. And basically what he's unlocked is Flash Step. So to him the world slows down a bit, but remember, this only lasts a second, but to him it lasts about 5 seconds. So yeah, you can realize how how much it slows down the time. Not that much anyway. That's when he realizes Flash Step, but he also realizes how the hell can he use Flash Step effectively. So that's when he uses his smart brains, because he still recorded heroes, but he got rid of them books now. They got destroyed by the slime monster. Sorry to retcon this, but I just thought I would put it in there because otherwise the villains would be too powerful. But Deku all has it in his head. So anyway, he uses Flash Step as a kind of momentum booster to help his punches, and that's when he realizes the second quirk that he activated earlier, which was durability, because he realizes if he used Flash Step normally, it would completely shatter his arm. So anyway, the fear of the Nomu is kind of gone because Deku is handling this situation, but that's when One For All says, "Fine, I'll boost its power," and he says boost it from 1% to 5%. The Nomu's got considerably faster, and Deku doesn't know what to do, but then One For All says, "I'm here to protect you, don't worry. This is training. You've to unlock your quirk. Do it for society." So this inspires Deku to basically do it for society. So ominous energy starts to basically surround his arm as he gets slightly bit stronger, and he realizes that he can use he realizes that he should try use flash step again and punch him. So he uses flash step again and punches him, and this time he says for the society. Wait, no, he says for the society, to save the society, and as he punches, this knocks back the Nomu off his feet, which is 5% of All Might's power, so it's quite considerably powerful. So anyway, One For All then claps and says, well, I feel like you should train a little bit more. That's when the Nomu gets back on its feet, and he says to Deku, do you think you could last 6 hours against him? And Deku nods yes, anything to get stronger. So One For All then goes back to his life support, kind of like hideout, and watches through a TV screen, and he powers up the Nomu using the control module, and he powers up the Nomu until 6 hours have passed. Deku's there, bloodied up, and he's got I want to say blood on his hands, but it's kind of like his own blood on his hands and stuff like that. And he's there, dead tired out, but with an evil grin on his face. So over the 6 hours training, he managed to get a hold of his powers, and he can actually manage to defeat a 7% Nomu. This is, of course, 7% of normal Nomu's powers, like the Nomu you see in the series. Oh, I hit the wire, sorry about that. This is, of course, leading him into the, he's got, a good, we'll go 10 months training like this. I'm gonna tell you the effects of the 10 months training, then I'm gonna end the video there. So what this 10 months training does to him, it basically makes it, doubles his strength. So he could take on 7%, but now he can take on 14%. So he's absolutely smashing 14% Nomus now, and he has complete control over his quirk. That's when he realizes his flash step starts to improve a bit. By improve, I mean it lasts 1.1 seconds or 5.5 seconds for him. I think that's how the translation would work. I'll have to check that one. But anyway, he's just getting more powerful by the day. That is when they decide to infiltrate UA secretly through the press, which happens in the series to get all the places. Deku is, of course, invited to this mission because of his flash step. So, anyway, I'm going to talk about it now, yeah. So, the mission to infiltrate the UA, all he has to do is flash step through the barrier to trigger the alarm and then get out of there. The reason he did that was because they were turning down the alarm for a bit, and they wanted to basically frame the press, and the one way to do that was to trigger the alarm. So anyway, Deku does that successfully and gets into the good books of All Might. Gets into the good books of One For All just before the USJ attack. But he still has 1 week of training before the USJ incident, so he uses that 1 week of training, and in this training he learns to fight 2% more. So it means he can fight we'll go 3% more to balance it out, meaning that he can fight a 17% Nomu. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave this video. Thanks for watching if you've stayed this long. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me out a bunch, and I am back. I'm hopefully going to upload more consistently, and I hope you enjoyed.